Hello everyone. I want you to stop for a second and look and appreciate how massive this map is. It is one of the most epic looking maps out there. Honestly, it is huge. And it was featured in a tournament in the Glenstorm number 4 round 1 tournament of the on-site. It is high funds. And it is just an insanely big map. Shout out there to Daddy Maxac, who organizes this DMC Design Maps Challenge every week with like a challenge that people vote. And this was actually from the DMC number 29, so week number 29. The challenge was to do a 5 base high funds mixed base map. You'll see there's 2 bases here, 1 base over here, another one here, and the 5th one is sitting right there. There's a carrier, an enemy carrier, just chilling on it, locking down your airport. This map was made actually by Golden Ebel, which is kind of hype because this guy was kind of a new mapper, as I'm going to slowly start the match, but very, very casually, so don't worry. So it's very cool to see new mappers, you know, coming in, doing maps, and just getting better, you know, taking feedback, testing, playing it out, learning stuff. And then sometimes it's just a matter of, I won't say sometimes, I would probably say always, if not most of the times, there is a bit of luck sometimes when you're mapping, and then you just, I don't know, you just come up with a banger. And this map is definitely one of those. And I'm excited to bring you this match today because this is Division 1, right? So these are high-level players. Not top players, like we have Drangheta, who is like 1400, and Rifia is like 1300. So they're good, solid players. Obviously not to like, you know, Starflash, kind of Poland kind of levels, but they're still very good players overall. And what was I trying to get to? I lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, so usually because of how seeding works in tournaments, usually you'll have like the best player, or like top players are always seeded against non-top players in each division, and it's mostly it's very much marked in Division 1, and maybe that's a factor for why round 1 maps tend to like not get too far. Usually it just kind of, right, like day, I don't know, 10, boom, it's done, it's already decided, because either the underdog had a crazy opening that the top player or the favorite player hadn't prepped against and got caught off guard and just kind of resigns, or maybe the underdog just feels too nervous and then the top dog just kind of dominates by day 9, 10, you know, like you barely see any tanks hitting each other because the overall cap phase and opening was just better by the better player. And that kind of happens. I don't know, there's probably a lot of reasons, and I don't want to oversimplify like many other people do. Not to just throw shade to anyone, but I don't know, it's just how it is. But I'm excited because this match actually goes like the extra mile. This match, they both fight tooth and nail. It is dead even. There is swings, ups and downs for both. It is a very hype match in a crazy big map, right? We have, like, there's naval, right? Like, you have these ports, you got all this water over here, you got this airport being locked by a carrier, and now Drangheta is going to open with an arty to try perhaps to open these pipe scenes to take out the carrier. Usually you can like just take out the carrier so you can have an airport, which is very strong, right? This corner can, over the course of the match, transform from a single base to 1 base and an airport to 2 base, 1 airport. So this could actually be like your strongest area in the whole map over like the course of many turns, right? Of course. This is tier 4. They both went with Adder. I think there were a few options that a lot of players were also picking. I saw some justifications for Sammy. There was a nice little essay that Jitaquin had wrote on the Discord about how Sammy could be very good because you can have a lot of infantry and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I wasn't very sold out on that. On my match, I had gone on Adder, and Adder just seems very strong. It's hard to go wrong with Adder in high funds. But yeah, very excited for this. High funds receives too much slander, in my opinion. So I am just trying to make up for that, right? We have this Blackbone now by Rifia. You got these little cities in the middle where you can only access them with Blackbone. So going for a bit more of a greedy approach by Rifia, so opening Blackboat, T-Copter, even Artie as well. So they're both going to try to open this up, or perhaps only just taking out the carrier, right? So it's a matter of deciding how much you want to invest in it. There is a draw as well. Like this already could have been a tank that could, like, I don't know, be pointing at this guy that wants to start these captures. So there's always a draw. So you gotta analyze your decisions carefully. So yeah, got the airport going. It looks like, well, we'll see. Got the T-Copter going over here. It's probably gonna start one of these two captures uninterrupted, because these two guys are very likely to go for this. But we'll see, because this recon can perhaps go over here, and then I think it can reach this silo tail and interrupt this capture if Drangheta decides to do that with a recon. So recon, very nice buy here. Can also go swing over here, as Rifia does not make a tank over here. I think he's fine. I think he can make one the next turn and just put this infantry, like, I don't know, on this river or something. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a slower development, but brace yourself. This match is, I already watched it. It feels like a campaign. Like it literally is. There's a whole story. There's a whole movie kind of behind this match. So there go the Blackboat. Actually, Rifia does not go for the city in the middle kind of capture, and instead tries to go for this city, seems like. And Drangheta is going to spot that, and so he's going to try to stop that. Now the anti-response is copped down here. Slowly going to take out that carrier. Looks like it's going to take 3 shots. And of course, carriers, they're worth a lot of money. So if you're taking it down, you're going to give your opponents a ton of charge. So it's like 30k charge, so you can already see those charges, power charges, bars, I don't know, just go way up. Actually, it would fill up Adder's entire bar, 45k, right? Because you get your carrier taken out, and then the damage that you're inflicting as well on your opponents gives you half, so that they're gonna fill up their charge exactly at 45k, which is kind of crazy. So I think that's one of the main or only drawback really of high funds, is that there's just way too much charge. So here's an idea, and I would love to get you guys' opinion. And this is not an original idea by me. This is actually something that Walker had mentioned on the Discord a while back. But wouldn't it be interesting to have high funds where the charge bar, where pretty much either you get half the charge in general, like the math is just half, or the cost of the charge bar is double. It doesn't really matter. It's the same math, but pretty much charge takes twice as long to build up, right? Because usually the main problem in high funds is that because there's so much cash to throw around, so much army, there's so much charge, and there's just like power all the time. Boom, 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 power here, super there, boom, boom, boom. That's why you have COs like Eagle, Olaf, all the way in tier 1, sometimes even busted to tier 0. It kind of breaks stuff and makes the power-based COs just completely busted. It's an amazing mode because it allows maps like this, so massive, to work nicely, because you get to use that unit variety. You're not stuck with just infantry, tank, arty, copter, anti-air. That's it. Yeah, here you can make naval units, you can make bombers, you can make transports early. There's just so many much more options. But the only thing is that extra charge. So I don't know. I think it would be an amazing idea, honestly, to have like a high funds, takes you double the time or double the amount of fighting to get that charge that you would usually get. It would be amazing. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I would love to hear you guys' opinion. So now we have actually the first blood, I guess. If I don't know. The last time I said that, and someone was like, "Oh, first blood is actually the first kill in the match." I was like, "Okay, whatever, man." The first attack in the match that isn't like these carrier thingies. Got this infantry attack. I don't know why Rifia decided to put this guy on the mountain. Yeah, it was like high defense. Yeah, just got a little bit of a poke there. Carriers are gonna slowly die, which is pretty much next turn they could build air units over here. Bombers, you can even use a bomber to take out these pipes as well. But this guy is definitely gonna want to hit that. So again, these guys are not top level. They are high level players, but not top. So we are gonna see some slight mistakes like this, for example. But it's not gonna be crazy. So, ooh, not going for the interrupt. I think that's a big mistake. Dang. Okay. Also, like these kind of interrupts, you really want to go for them, because if you see, like Rifia's not going to have a lot of infantry. He has one guy here and two guys over here, and this guy is probably going to be fighting stuff. And then he's starting to make vehicles every turn, as Drangheta is also going to be doing that. So they're going to be matching vehicles, and you only have one base to make them. I guess you have the airport, so maybe he'll be fine. But kind of the point is that he won't have a lot of infantry to then reclaim the city, at least quickly enough. And Drangheta actually going to pop the power just for free, because the only fight they had was a single infantry fight. But let's see what he sees with the power. So, okay, he starts one capture. He starts another capture, so that's two captures he gets. Were these also? Okay, he starts another one. 4 captures, okay. And was that also? Oh, nice. Okay, he actually gets an interrupt, so nice use of the power there by Drangheta. Gonna get that kill there. He's probably gonna want to. Okay, never mind. I was thinking he would have wanted to keep this infantry in range to interrupt this, but I think he wants to support this capture. But you can probably just hit this guy, something of that sort. But Rifia can answer with his own power. Yeah, there you go. He's gonna sit with a recon instead. I think he can answer with his own power, or super even if he wants to. Wow, does not even finish the capture. What the? I don't know. To each their own, man. To each their own. Bomber's gonna be built over here. It's probably gonna be used to bust this, and then you're gonna have that base. This area is gonna get stronger and stronger. So it's gonna be kind of a ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb? Yeah, I think that's the expression. Just talking to myself. Gotta get that nice little setup. Rifia's gonna be happy though that he gets this city, even if the infantry gets taken out. Infantry is protected from this tank, so it's kind of fine. But that is gonna be a hard or a tough city to flip for Drangheta. Honestly, Rifia can always just kind of interrupt this. He has this infantry that's finished its job, so it's gonna position over here and interrupt. That's gonna be nice. Got this infantry, I think, that chased down the injured infantry, took it out, and okay, and goes for those hits over there. No vehicle to support from this tank, so these two infantry might just die next turn. But I'm getting a little bit aggressive here with the positioning from Drangheta. He gets that city, which Rifia kind of pulls back, and just being very aggressive with that recon positioning. That where the cops go? It's right here. This infantry is kind of sad. It shows that it's at full health on that black boat, but it's not. It's injured. And Rifia is going to use a sidewinder, which allows him to snipe out this copter. And gets that tank hit over there. So that's kind of nice, because if it was only the tank kill and then the tank can go and take out the enter, then it would be pretty bad. But the fact that he can injure this, it's going to mean that this tank is not going to deal a lot of damage to this anti-air. So that is going to be like a vehicle and a half difference that might matter. And now there's going to be a few more snipes over here as well. It's going to hit this tank within minimum range of this arty, hits this anti as well within outside of the arty's range. So this arty is not going to be able to shoot at anything. And there's only going to be one retaliating tank. You got another follow-up, so not looking too hot here for Drangheta on his 2-base side in the middle. gonna take that infantry out, and then gonna start that capture. I'm gonna block even there to just secure that flip. And man, looking kind of good for Rifia, honestly. A nice little turn here, getting these vehicle attacks is gonna put Drangheta kind of behind in tempo, but he does have some stuff coming, right? So can't forget about that. He doesn't have a whole lot over here, so. But at the same time, Rifia doesn't have this city, doesn't even have this city, so he's a bit behind on that capture game. I think because the infantry got sniped early on, or I'm not super sure, but yeah, there's a lot of captures going on for Rifia right now over here. Let's see. So I'm gonna take out that guy, and this black was actually blocking off this single tile. So now nothing can go into this area. It's like this whole area is now blocked off from the 2 base, which is wild. All these guys are stranded. He needs to take out this recon. He does have this tank, but we'll see if Drangheta kind of like sacrifices the tank perhaps to prevent this from dying. Honestly, it doesn't really matter because the black bolt just needs to be there. So that's kind of nice. Gonna get a few interrupts. Yeah, he's just gonna hit that anti-air. Not gonna deal too much damage, but it looks like he's gonna somewhat drop it. Okay, gonna prevent the tank from hitting the RD, and that's it. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe a side slip there from Rifia. Honestly, this tank has to go and shoot at this guy. Yeah. Also, this recon is just gonna keep shooting at infantry for free. So. A nice turn from Rifia last turn over here, but a nice turn from, I think, from Drangheta over here with this blocking especially. Like, he's doing what he can, honestly, after this, kind of trapping and that kind of sort, but the Blackwood here is going to be very, very strong. He's going to need an answer to this, either making, I don't know, a sub, making RD, it's going to take like 2 turns to shoot it down. So this is going to slow Rifia's tempo in this area like a lot. That's going to ensure that Drangheta is going to get this. He's going to, well, not this probably because you got the copter and stuff, but he's going to definitely gonna get this. So let's see. He's going to be happy that he gets these 2 cities. Now he's broken through the last pipe seam, and now he gets this infantry position to get the 5th base of the map. And I don't know why he should set the T-copter. Honestly, I would shoot at the infantry, so then you slow down their possibilities of capturing and interrupting your own captures. But again, to each their own. And there, oh, actually, wow, he makes a sub. Okay, the sub gaming, the naval warfare has begun. Get ready, guys. And a battleship, dang, on the same turn, sub and battleship, wow. I mean, the income on this map is pretty massive, right? Both are at over 50k, and there's still quite a few neutral cities. So I think the total split is like 60 or something. There is another map out there in High Funds which also has kind of massive income like that. Malachite Trail, also mixed base. Man, imagine if there was only a mode where you get half the charge. It would be amazing. Let's see if this anti-air is going to take it now. Okay, yeah, this tank actually reaches, so that is going to be a dead anti-air. And Drangheta, yeah, he's going to start that capture. He doesn't seem like he can block over here, so we'll see if Rifia decides to interrupt with a tank here. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. But that Blackboard is going to die next turn. We got a little of a skirmish over here as Rifia is getting control of all these cities. He is going to get this one as well. Just not a whole lot of infantry from Drangheta. It's going to take a while for him to build up those numbers, while Rifia has a whole lot. He has more vehicles. Now he has the medium tank and stuff, so there's a bit of an imbalance there. He can kind of push out, but he's going to need infantry to reclaim these captures. It can get a little bit tricky. But this sub and this battleship are going to set the beginning of a possible war battle. We also have this bomber as well that is finished its job, so it might come towards the middle, or we'll see where it goes. But air units are great counters against naval warfare. If you have air control, Then you can just shoot down. You can bully down battleships and stuff with copters, which are so cheap. So he actually does go ahead and interrupt with his tank over here. Okay. Battleship just kind of moves one tile off. I guess kind of locks down these two properties from this infantry. A big of a kind of a big investment, but hey, it's also kind of locking this, so you can take it out and then possibly go and take it from Drangheta. Moving towards this area, gonna have to respect this army from Drangheta. And we're gonna fight her now. So this fight is in response to this bomber. So Drangheta is making a bomber kind of in response to the naval. Got the, you know, the bomber, got the sub. Well, I guess if the sub is dived, then you can't do anything. But still important to contest the waters over here. Got the copter now, really threatening. Like, it's that easy. Like, a single copter can threaten a freaking 28k battleship. Its air is so strong. So he's gonna need something to block this. Perhaps put the copter in front. I don't know. Love to see what Rifia comes up with. But a very big difference here, if you've noticed, is that Rifia has decided to go all in and get this 5th base, while Drangheta has not. He has taken out the carrier to unlock the airport, which is massive, right? 2 airports and such a big map too, where also naval is present and everything, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't go for the base. So, is he kind of ahead in the map? I'd say it's kind of dead even, honestly. If Rifia had these properties, then it would be looking good for him. Honestly, he has the tempo in the water. He has kind of more air control, except perhaps the single copter. But there's just too much going on the map. The possibilities are kind of endless here. But again, because of the base, Rifia might be in a better spot in the coming 10 turns, right? This is going to get captured, and then that's going to be like 9 or so or 8 turns of pumping out units that they might have an effect, just like pumping out infantry most likely. And then you can start threatening all these properties, perhaps the lab, that kind of stuff. Hey, perhaps the com tower as well. So Drangheta, he might feel the need to do that as well. He's like, okay. Like, you have to decide, like, do you just forego that base and be like, I'm just going to play 4 base against 5, and hopefully the fact that I'm not going for it is going to make up and make a difference right now before it's too late? Or maybe he just goes and breaks it. Honestly, maybe he'll put this artillery here and break this over the course of like, it was like 3 turns per pipe, so it's like 6 turns, and then capture, that's 2 turns, that's 8 turns. Oof, it takes so long. So yeah, it takes a long while. Unless you bring 2 arties, perhaps. We'll see. And we're gonna see a power now from Rifia. Sub did go down. He put the sub on the port. Oh, I think, yeah, it was already in the port. Never mind. Yeah, power here, extra stats perhaps. It seems like it to get that breakthrough now. Allows the anti to get that kill. And okay, takes out a tank. A little bit of an overextension perhaps, since there is this bomber. There are 2 anti-airs, but you have a tank, an artillery pointing at one of them. You got this bomber as well. So this seems a bit of a panic moment from Rifia that might bite him back. Honestly, those 2 anti-airs are very likely to die, and that bomber is going to get a free kill, possibly on one of these, like this tank or something. So yeah, this kind of push that, or not push, but I guess the push from Drangheta is like somewhat slowed down, but it is going to snowball, I think, now pushing forward because of all these sacrifices from Rifia, honestly. How to see. Battleship moving onto the port, scared of that copter, okay. Probably block it off with the copter or something. No, okay, he just leaves it there, okay. I guess you can hit it from here, but then you can take it out with your own copter. So that's kind of fine. But yeah, these being neutral is wild, man. Now he's going to get this. He got that little boosty with a side slip onto the T-copter. And now he's in position to capture next turn, which is kind of nice. But yeah, next turn, the base is going to produce the first unit. So we'll see. We'll see how impactful it is. Drangheta uses his own power now, and he's going to put this already in range of that base. There is this battleship that Rifia built last time. He got the double battleship. and the sub in the middle. But yeah, we'll see. So as predicted, all those anti are gonna go down. Mekigan coming in clutch and taking it out as well. That tank goes down as well. This tank also gets taken out. So yeah, a big cleanup over here by Drangheta. This battleship is, how do you say, overwhelmed? It's what's the word that everyone uses? Man, it just has too many targets, you know? Like there's an arty over here that's locking down your base. You have a capture that you can shoot at. You can shoot at this arty if you want, or this infantry that's capturing. There's a bit too many. I think the most likely is just shoot at this or the arty. These two are the highest priority. But dang, it is the pressure is on both sides really. It's funny how here, although you have the 2 base, which usually is considered as the strong side, and you have ports as well, which are very good defensively, it still falls under a lot of pressure. These pipes, you would assume that they're good defensively, but they're actually kind of pinning down the bases. It's hard to wrap around. It's easy to block them in. So it's easy for these split bases to kind of take control, and it's this whole battle of trying to take control of these areas so then you can break free and capture all these properties that are in this area. So he shoots at this arty. Wow, okay. Right? Is that what he shot at? Yeah. Okay. Is he going to interrupt this capture, perhaps? He's going to take that out. Gets a bit of charge here to get the side slip. And, oh, he wants to hit the bomber. Okay. Oof. Not interrupting both captures. That is wild. These guys, this match, you can tell this is not polo play. That's all I'm going to say. There's been far too many captures, non-interrupted. Wow, not even going for this capture. So he's going to move on to try to speed this one. Dang, okay. And T-Copter is going to help out to get to threaten this capture right here. Sub closing in on that black bolt that would love to go and start this capture right here. Drangheta definitely being the one going for those plays there, especially since he interrupted this one from Rifia. But wow, allowing these two, that's pretty big. Perhaps the battleship shot on the arty was not necessary. Just like let the tank die, and then you still get the bomber shot, but you get to interrupt either this or this with the battleship. Especially probably this one, because this one is going to be hard to flip. I think this one is a little bit it's far closer, right? Like that's going to be an easy flip in the next couple of turns perhaps, but this one not so much. So Drangheta's gonna be happy he gets these 2 cities that are so close to Rifia's base. Dang. Medium tank gonna gobble up a tank. Battleship slowly moving out here from Rifia. Gotta be careful from these copters though, it is very awkward. But you got the bomber fighter combo now, sub in the middle. Like Rifia is clearly the one that's dominating the water right now. So he has free reign. He can. He not only has the 5 bases, right? He also has the water. So although he might be kind of losing in this area, he's lost a few cities. And he doesn't have a whole lot of army here. Like Drangheta seems to have more. I don't know how Rifia has more army value. Perhaps it's all in these battleships. But it seems like Drangheta has a bit more tempo around the map, right? He has this stuff going around here in the bottom where he can bring some of these infantry to threaten some of these flips. He also has a bit more firepower over here. It's only like a tank, a copter. You got a medium tank, double anti. Like you just have more stuff from Drangheta. Not a lot of infantry though to flip. So, but maybe he can send some. Nothing, absolutely nothing over here. Which is he's definitely gonna want to protect this because Rifia is coming out with these guys sending out from the new base. But yeah, it's interesting. They each have their own tempos. Like it feels like Drangheta has like the vehicle tempo in this area, but Rifia has extra base. He also has the water, so it's gonna be a matter of if Drangheta can make something out of the tempo right now, or else Rifia is just gonna set up shop with the water, with the extra base, and just gonna snowball and flip the tempo around. Gonna bring these guys to be in range of the city to interrupt. Okay. Makes a sub now. Okay. A sub to counter the opponent's sub. But this is gonna get shut down by this bomber most likely. So that's gonna hurt. And he's not gonna get any charge either. Oof. I guess he has a ton of charge anyway. But dang, that sidewinder getting more and more expensive. Rifia, happy to finally get these two captures going. They're even in income, but yeah, down goes the black boat. Sub gets shot down. That's gonna hurt. Fighter just take control of the middle, take control of the water. So, looking very good water-wise for Rifia. Gonna barely get the interrupt there with the copter. We got another battleship. Wait, a third battleship. Man, I feel like a carrier would be really nice here. I don't know why he's not building a carrier. Honestly, it would be a sick buy right now. You got the bomber here. Like, it can go and shoot it down, but then you have... Ooh, actually, there's a lot of parties here pointing at this base. So, tricky stuff. But it wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. You can... If Drangheta for some reason does not decide to engage, then you can set up the carrier and then just completely lock down this whole area. And stop allowing these bombers to be such a threat. Because that's all you can do, really. I guess now he has the fighter, so he might be fine now. Maybe this fighter will be able to shoo away the bomber. So, looking kind of good for Rifia, honestly. This free damage here. We got triple battleship. Man, he has like more than 100k in these 4 units. These 3 battleships and a sub. Drangheta's gonna delete the sub. Okay. You don't know what he's gonna build, but he's kind of picking off the units that are left over here. He's gonna surely be happy to start some of these captures. This battleship is in range to stop that, and he doesn't have anything to contest the water really. Like, wow, gets that extra firepower because there's double com tower in this map. I forgot to mention, but yeah, there's double com tower, so there is firepower galore around. So that was a kill. That's crazy. Battleship going down to a bomber. Man, that was a lot of army that just went down. It was like 50k just went down in 2 hits. An anti and a bomber just boom, boom. Wow. Crazy. So getting very overwhelmed here, Rifia. Fighter's definitely gonna get a nice hit there. Battleship should be safe to move out. Honestly, you can just leave it there because there's gonna be no bombers. It's gonna get a nice shot on one of these artilleries, which are happily camping out, shooting down this base, whatever it makes. You really cannot make anything except like a mega tank and just pay extra for that mega tank. So not a very happy time for this base. Drangheta, wow, he actually has never busted down these seams, right? There's been a few artillery, but they've all been sent over here. Maybe this bomber will start now shooting down these pipe seams. He's moving out comfortably over to this area where Rifia seems to have all these contested. There's this battleship that was protecting these 2 cities, but he's gonna go for the com tower. He's getting positioned to go for this city or this city. So Rifia's gonna have to make some moves, but he's doesn't have enough army. Like, right, 3 tanks and a copter, and you got 2 anti-airs copter pointing at this battleship. You got the medium tank. So, dang, it's very swingy, man. One turn looks good for one, the other turn looks good for the other. We'll see what he does now. The bomber goes down, so now this battleship is going to be uncontested. So I think he's going to finally be able to take care of these. Oh, he actually gets a... Okay, I hadn't seen this R2, but yeah, those are 2 dead R2s. So now this base is going to be very happy. Finish that off. And, okay. He's going to... Yeah, that capture is not going to go through, so that's fine. This tank is kind of sacrificing itself there against the repairing artillery. But oh well. Gotta do what you gotta do. And they're both still dead, even income 60 to 60. It is wild, man. And has to move out over here. Again, lack of army, so he needs to build that medium tank response, perhaps even a copter as well. Yeah, there you go. You gotta build up that army, or else this is just gonna start pushing out and starting to flip these properties from Drangheta, from Rifia, sorry. The battleship, nice and comfortable now, pointing down at this base and the port as well. I guess a nice spot will be like right here on this port, and then you're locking down like, oh man, both ports and both bases. I mean, I guess you can't really shoot at all of them, right? You can only shoot at one of them at a time. But still, that'd be a flex right there. Put the battleship on that port. Sub is just chilling there. It's gonna need some refueling very soon. Gonna start a capture over here, block it off, make sure that nothing can stop that capture. A little bit low on that infantry count, so perhaps could use this blackboard. It's not in range, but to just ferry some infantry over here, right? Just letting these cities be for the enemy for this long is gonna hurt, especially since the battleship has moved out. I think it's because of the copters pointing at it. Fighter was too busy shooting down the bomber last turn, so there's just a lot going on, man. Mixed base is wild. I love it. It's such a fun mode. Well, not mode, map type, really. Man, just chilling there on the mountain, anti-air moving as far as it can. There's no tanks, so yeah. And no infantry. Wow, just double tank. I guess he's making more tanks to respond to this, but I think this extra tank is not necessary. More infantry really is necessary. Like infantry blackboard, perhaps. But wow, Drangheta still having this city. We'll see if Rifia will start this capture, and then yeah, probably right. Gonna get that side slip. Battleship, wow, boldly moving in over here, and it is still pointing at these two production buildings. Sub is slowly running out of fuel, but Blackboard should heal it up next turn. And he doesn't go for this city. He actually goes for this one, which I think is very smart, because this one should be an easy cap. This one is not, right? Like, yeah, you have the battleship, but I think you would want the battleship to be out and about, putting pressure around the map, making use of the water control and trying to pin down these bases with the battleships like this one is doing. So this build-up from this 5th base is now starting to catch up. Look at how many infantry Rifia has. And slowly building, you know, a few artillery, a tank, now a fighter. He might build like a neo tank now, and so it's getting serious now. Like this army from Rifia, it has been building up over the past 4 or 5 turns. All those extra infantry. Now he's bumping out vehicles to support those infantry, and he's gonna be able to put pressure now. He is gonna be aiming at these 2 cities, the Com Tower perhaps. You got this like, I don't know, the scraps of the army from Drangheta left that are kinda, ooh, what do I do? There's no bomber to contest this battleship. It is tough. You got this fighter also to protect against this copter, which is the only defense to this battleship. So I think Rifia is gonna have the means to take over this whole area now. Perhaps like join these armies, take over all of these properties from Drangheta. So we'll see what kind of response Drangheta can do. He's actually gonna get this flip. I think they're both gonna flip that. And he actually, man, Drangheta's not going for that 5th base. I think he's just committing fully. Like, I'm not gonna go for that base at all. I'm just gonna battle it out. 4 bases to 5. Actually gets trapped by the sub. Oh man, can someone explain the physics of this game? Where a flying copter gets trapped by a submarine that is underwater. It is underwater, and the copter got trapped flying over it. Yeah, that is Advanced Wars physics for you right there. Oh man, that is unfortunate. What did that copter want to hit that battleship? Let me go back a second. Oh, oh man, the bait, the trap there by Rifia. That's hilarious. Oh man. He was like he can't see that, right? And he thought, okay, yeah, 2, 4, 6, I can hit that. Easy hit. Like, sure, you're gonna take it out with your fighter, but that's an easy hit right there. Nope. That's hilarious. You definitely need a cruiser, but you have to build it from this port, I think, or a sub of your own. You wouldn't want to build it from here because then the battleship can shoot at it. But yeah, positioning here, the infantry a little bit got this one and right to this city. No other infantry for this, but I guess a little bit of army here from Rifia to try to defend this. This is where Drangheta has the most tempo around the map, I'd say, as he's definitely not going to hold the ground over here as this is coming out. This is slowly going to come out as well. So his best bet is over here and then trying to flip these properties. But you do have this already locking down this city. I wouldn't be surprised if it moves over here and locks down these two cities. So his best bet is to go for this, and then, I don't know, try to pressure this base perhaps. But he needs to reclaim the water. I think this battleship got the panic by mega tank. What did the battleship shoot at? Oh, the anti, okay. Just mega tank being built so that it doesn't get shot down by this battleship, but anti also hurts a lot. Gonna move out all these infantry. Like, having that extra base is so nice. Now this is a scary army. You have this infantry should be in range of this city. Side slip should make this infantry be in range of this com tower as well. So, being down on com tower here is gonna be of massive importance. Oh, actually, wait, wow, I hadn't realized, but Drangheta has 3 com towers against 1. 1, 2, 3 against Rifia's 1 com towers right here. So these two are contested. Man, so Drangheta really should be trying to brawl. He does have a little bit of an income lead now, but and he will have a little bit more, but it's gonna kind of switch around as this is gonna get flipped as well. And we'll see what happens over here. Like, the income difference, I don't think it matters too much right now. I have to see if it gets bigger. Yeah, there you go, like 4k difference is not too much. But Bagwell's gonna go down. He's gonna... How is he injuring the sub? Did it... I guess it dove out, but it's not showing. I don't know why. But yeah, it is getting a little bit of some shots here by these dying bomber and copter. These 1 HP blockers, I guess. And uses a side slip now, so he's gonna get that kill on that infantry. Kills that one as well. And really push it. Ooh, when the mega tank gets a hit on that battleship, you hate to see it, man. And okay, he's actually used this second bomber to break through, so he is now going to be getting this base. We are at day 17, and day limit is day 35 because this is a tournament. So he'll still get some reward from this base, but we won't notice it until like day, I don't know, 25 or 28. So it's gonna be a while. Plus, he already has a lot of these properties, so it might be more so to like hold his ground more than taking over. But still good to get it. Like, it's just 2 turns for a bomber. I think it doesn't hurt. He got a few hits on infantry. I think most likely, mostly here. He's finally gonna go for this city, and he's gonna want to go for that, and he's gonna try to go for this perhaps. He needs another infantry. Man, he's so low on infantry. And now got the sub here. I think the sub can go and hit this next turn. I don't know if you want to though. And just trying not to defend from this incoming force from Rifia. Oof. Okay, sub is gonna kind of sacrifice itself, get a little shot there. Wow, really at 9 it only dealt 3 damage. Maybe it was at lower damage, lower HP honestly. I don't know. But he uses the Sidewinder. He's gonna get that copter kill. And he's gonna pounce over here. So Newton is gonna come in. He's gonna take out all the light vehicles. So leaving this mega tank stranded pretty much. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, no, that was just a little injury, but I think the fighter might die next turn unless he is able to block here. He's gonna try to do that. And gonna try to trap the mega tank in. Brings the other fighter. Starts this capture. Blocks in this base as well. Oof, brutal, man. There's nothing here that can take this infantry out. You'd have to use the anti itself, so then you're base blocking yourself. Oh my god. And the battleship blocking again on the base and the port. So big attack here from Rifia. Going for the double city cap as well. Damn, those sidewinders have been catching the players off guard and myself as well. Like, I don't usually look into sidewinder, but yeah, 5 move, getting this city is nice. Getting these blocks is very nice. And Ken also went all out over here, getting some first strikes, but sacrificing a lot of army. Similar to what he did earlier over here in this base, or in this area. So sacrificing a lot of army and then just like pulling back, panic buy button, mega tank, scared of this bomber. So, oof, all this is gonna get wiped out, and I think Drangheta's gonna be happy actually for that and just being able to flip this. But again, he's so low in infantry. He only has this guy, and then Rifia did snipe this guy, so this is his only other healthy infantry to flip stuff. So it might take him a while, but I think he should be able to get these properties. He's gonna use the power now, and he's gonna injure some of these anti-airs. Injure the fighter. Mega tank can only shoot at an infantry, unfortunately, and it looks like he's not gonna stop those captures. Man, Drangheta does have 64 to 56, but that is gonna turn around by Rifia. That's 2 captures right there, so that's gonna be 60 and 60. Got the lab cap going over here, but there's 2 labs, so the other one's over here, and that one's pretty safe. He's not gonna start any of these captures. Got the arty there now, locking these 2 cities, bringing the bomber over here to threaten this battleship. I think he would need a side slip, right? But hey, that's always on the table, I think, with these big army amounts. And it looks like Drangheta, right, he like got a little bit of an attack, starts these captures, and he's not gonna focus anymore on this base. He's actually moved a lot of his army up here, kinda to help out, you know, like emergency, like, hey, we need support over here, or else this base is gonna get overrun. And you don't wanna get overrun on your 2 base. I guess now this is your 2 base, 1 airport, so you have double 2 base. But yeah, Rifia is gonna be happy to get these 2 cities. Andrea's getting taken out. Mega tank, oh man. That was so many units to try to take out a mega tank, and it hasn't gone down. These things are so durable. But a lot of light vehicles going down there for Drangheta, so not really what you want. I would say he's falling down on unit count, but he's actually ahead in unit count. I think he just has more units elsewhere. He's dominating over here. He's probably gonna start this capture and get it, honestly. I don't think he can get these 2, but we'll see. Got the double anti-air. This bomber copter threat is kind of significant. Mega tank moving out super slowly. Oh my god, getting slowed down by these forests. And since the new tank is kind of injured, there really isn't a threat against this mega tank. But it is so slow, it's not even gonna be able to shoot at anything unless it uses a power. We'll see. Battleship still locking down this base, man. It's been building what it can. It's just getting shelled every turn, or the threat of. It is crazy times here, man. He's then gonna heal up. He definitely is gonna need this bomber to contest this, but he's gonna want it to shoot at that. If he can get a power, can get a side slip. He needs like 17,000 charge if he can get it. I'm not sure that he can, honestly. He would have to like sacrifice this medium tank onto the mega tank perhaps, but I don't see a way that he can do that. So if only he could, and then he can take out that battleship, that would be pretty massive. But it is kind of crazy that Rifia has had the control of the waters this whole time. Drangheta only made a sub once and it got taken out. Didn't do too much, just absorbed the hit. Gonna make a rocket now. Wow. I don't know why the rocket. Perhaps to like threaten the battleship, but bomber is now nice and in position to threaten that. But it's also like shielded against this fighter that's really trying to chase it down. Man, Rifia having the naval and the air control has been crazy. Well, I guess air control, but like fighter wise. Drangheta has been the one that has more bombers, more copters, and that kind of stuff. And he's actually gonna pounce over here and take all these guys. It looks like Drangheta just went all out here and started a bunch of caps. And so Rifia's gonna be able to stop one of them. See if the side slip reach it. Is he gonna be able to interrupt one? Because I think that should be enough. He's at 9, okay. And because he's winning this fight, because Drangheta literally just sacrificed everything, he should be able to stop this next turn. And these guys are not Poland confirmed. Why did this already shoot at this already? I don't understand. Man. Also, the city's gonna get flipped again. Man, this city has flipped so many times. He's gonna go for this. He's gonna go for the com tower. So Rivia should be happy that he is finally gonna get that his second com tower. Right? He's been down. He's been 3 com towers against 1 for this long. And yeah, you don't really want to do that, especially when you're brawling that much. So he's gonna be happy to get that. Nothing that will stop that, I think. Not even a sidewinder from this tank. Got all this army pinned down here from Drangheta. A lot of characters going from Rifia. Man, this game is... Was I being honest in that it felt like a freaking campaign? It was long and there's death all around and ups and downs. It's a massive map. There's so much to fight for. Crazy stuff. Rocket's gonna move out over here, and it looks like it's gonna be used to lock out this city. I think that's an easy poke for the copter with the side slip though. Oh, doesn't even bring the tank to block. No, that's gonna be such an easy. Like you take it out with an anti-air, and then you hit the rocket with a copter and with a side slip. He does have the charge for it, so that's gonna be an easy hit with a copter. Totally worth it too. Like this anti doesn't have a job here, so might as well just do that. I'm gonna take out these infantry. Again, no army from Drangheta because he kind of sacrificed it, but there is no infantry here for Rifia. He hasn't been building any to kind of win this battle, so he's definitely gonna be forced now to build double infantry, and over the course of many turns try to flip this. So I think all in all, that worked out for Drangheta, honestly. He's now 70k against 54, so that's a significant difference. That is, how much is that? Like 10, 20, almost 20, 30% more? Something, 20, 30% more? That is a pretty significant income difference. So, kind of doing the Poland thing there of sacrificing army to get more income. He did get 2 out of the 3, so that's nice. And he might be able to hold it. He might just be able to spam units now that he has a 5th base and he can hold these 2 properties. Deny Rifia from ever getting infantry in position comfortably to flip this. And hey, perhaps even flip this in the long run. We'll see. He's happy to have all this area. Sad that the com tower is now gone to Rifia's side, so now they're back to even 2 com towers to 2 com towers. Rifia's gonna try to get this. He will definitely get it. They got a nice little army here. Got the double mega tank anti from Drangheta coming out of here. Man, having healthy infantry is so key. You really can't do too much if you don't have infantry. It's like they are the ones that can flip stuff, right? They are the ones that take over, that can make that economic difference. So you can have a lot of vehicles, but you need to have that nice balance of infantry and vehicles to actually have a strong, nice army. Like this is a nice army, right? You got a few healthy infantry and nice vehicles. Not a lot of infantry here from Drangheta. Not a lot of infantry over here. Like he had to build this infantry. Like this was a forced build. He needs infantry. You got this city, man. You gotta flip that. You're gonna make a mega tank here, trying to defend from this. And wow, I'm surprised that Rifia didn't go for that little hit there and sidestep hit on that rocket. But perhaps he wants to save it. Wants to save that power to keep that thread of sidestep. And Drangheta allowing that easy gobble up of a medium tank by this mega tank. And now Copter gonna be able to freely hit that rocket without even using a power, but now he does use it. He does use it. Sacrifices that to, I don't know, guarantee the skill perhaps? Yeah, okay, nice. Fighter, gonna take that out, and tank's gonna come in to injure that, very nice. Okay, tank's not gonna do too much. Ooh, imagine a sidewinder there, boom, take out this bomber, but it wasn't the case. Gonna be able to get some bomber hits there, copped it there on the mega tank. And just gonna push out over here and get some first strikes. Nice there with the Neo tank. Got even the fighter now, it is low on fuel, so you're gonna need some sort of black bow APC or something. But look at this single infantry. The single infantry is gonna be in charge of flipping all of this stuff. You need way more than just one infantry, so we'll see. I'm not sure about the medium tank build. Maybe, it's perhaps in response to this. But I guess maybe the medium tank could have been built here, and then the infantry, like another infantry could have been made here, so then he could start having some more to flip these properties. He's kind of waiting over here. He also might win over here as well, since medium tank's gone, rocket is gone. We'll see if this mega tank is gonna get a shot. I mean, yeah, for sure, right? Side slip, boom, hit this guy. So maybe this wasn't worth it. There goes a side slip. He gets the first arty shot, and actually, nice chunk of damage on that Neo tank. And this arty is nice in position. There's no copters in range to hit from these river ties, so very nice little tactics, honestly, from both this whole game. And yeah, in is gonna come that mega tank and wipe out that other mega tank. So now you got the mega tank and Neo tank combo. This army is not gonna do a lot. You're gonna definitely need a mega tank of your own. So not looking very hot here for Rifia. This property is under threat now of capture from this infantry. Possibly this one as well from this guy very soon. He could easily send this rocket here to heal and just kind of like lock all this down behind these pipe seams. I wonder if that's what he's gonna do. No, he's not. Okay. But let's see. Rifia is looking somewhat good over here. He's gonna get this property. He's somewhat losing the battle over here due to the excessive amount of mega tanks. Perhaps the income is catching up to Rifia. Maybe some missed tactical opportunities, but that extra 24k a turn for the past like 3 or 4 turns might be catching up. That's almost an extra Neo tank, an extra mega tank. That's gonna make a difference. Gonna make a Blackboard here probably to speed up the captures. You can also try to go for this city right here, right? That's gonna be a nice valuable property to try to flip. And he is not gonna back away from this fight. But I think this is kind of a lost fight. You got a double base airport now. It's been pumping out for a few turns, right? It's already day 22. I think this is probably like the 2nd or 3rd unit that's been pumped out. But you can see it's going to start to make a difference. And Rifia only has 2 bases, and he's also having to respond to units from this area. So these 2 bases are very overwhelmed, honestly. We're getting to that state of the match in this map. Ma'am. Did I say ma'am? I don't know. Whatever. I was gonna say, man, what a crazy map. And the different time windows that there are. Like, if you get to all these turns, day 23, we might get to day 30, you know, but you start off with like very strong area. You got the naval stuff. You got the base that transforms into a base and an airport, and then into double base airport. Just the fronts just shift around so much. It really makes it like the time span of this map is enormous. It is wild. Honestly, great map. He's gonna actually use a power and clean up all this stuff. Rifia's army just dying. He's forced to make infantry, but he hasn't been able to flip anything, and his army is dying. You just can't build more vehicles and more infantry at the same time, so he's just kind of losing. This battleship is just sitting there. I'm not sure why. He's gonna get that. That income difference is just not gonna be flipped around quickly enough. We'll have to see. And it's gonna be 66 to 58. Still an 8k difference, so it's like a 10%, a bit more than a 10%. Mega tank gonna get taken out. He's gonna need a mega tank. No, maybe not. Actually, just a Neo tank should be fine here. No need for a mega tank, honestly. Mega tanks is more so like I was thinking about this the other day, but like a mega tank is to Neo tank spam what a medium tank is to tank spam in other scenarios, right? Classic, your one base is getting overwhelmed by like 3 or 4 tanks, and then you just make a medium tank to kind of shoo them away. It's kind of similar to what mega tanks do to if there's like 3 or 4 Neo tanks. It's a little bit different though, because you can take out a mega tank with 2 Neo tanks, or a bomber and a Neo tank. So it's a little bit trickier, but it definitely is a good unit to take out Neo tanks. It one-shots them, which is wild. But he makes an enter. No Neo tank made. This Neo tank is probably gonna get shut down by this already. Well, we see a power used. Got this infantry here in range to protect this property from this single infantry. I don't think this is going to do too much. So now these infantry are going to start moving out to flip this back again. So Drangheta's going to try to get that income again. Got this this flip trying to go in this area, but you got this infantry from Rithia, so Drangheta will try to take this out, I think. Oof, minion tank is definitely getting taken care of, so that is dead minion tank, but that also is a dead already next turn. Gonna keep fighting over here in this choke between the pipe and the sea tiles. Man, a battleship here from Drangheta a while ago would have made such a big difference, or a carrier as well. I'm surprised no one has made carriers, honestly. They would be pretty much great. They had their starting carrier, they got it taken out, and they never built one again. Yeah, army is pushing out over here. So now Rifia is even more stretched thin in this base. He needs to send stuff to defend from this, to protect these properties, or send this dying army as well over here. It looks like Drangheta just has more army and more tempo everywhere. Like, he's winning over here. He has been winning over here as well. And wow, Drangheta does not. Oh, I guess MVG got taken out. Oh, never mind. I'm getting the players confused. Make space. It does weird stuff to my brain, but Copter can go and interrupt this. And come on, that should be an interrupt. Please tell me. Please, Drangheta, go for that Copter interrupt. You know it. Oh man, why do these players allow these city flips? I don't understand. I guess he really wanted to do it. Oh, okay, the Neo Tank is gonna get that. Okay, that's fine. But this was nice. He was able to get that kill and then put the teacup to here and then the black board here, so it prevents this mega tank from hitting this mega tank. And there doesn't seem to be a way for Drangheta to break through, honestly, here. So a nice little tactic there by Rifia. He's able to just hold that point, hold that little choke, and just get the better end of the trade there. Might bring the battleship. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Nice locking down both bases with his battleship. No naval whatsoever from Drangheta. Man, will this be the final comeback by Rifia to finally get an advantage and win the game? As he also makes a pipe runner over here. Hype for the pipe runner, which is definitely valuable in this map, right? Got these pipes next to the base, and you got these little elbows that you can put it in. Super safe to hold down these properties. They are not his, but he can definitely put one here and then shoot at air units as well while he tries to claim these cities back. It's just gonna be hard because this is so many units getting pumped out from this corner. Oof, man. This little mini army from Rifia is getting wiped out. Wow, mega tank one-shots a black boat. Dang, okay. Puts it on the port. He has not built... Would he make a sub? I feel like he needs some sort of presence in the water. What? It's like a little bit. Okay, he does make a sub. Sub is on the way to try to deal with his battleship. There is no sub for Rifia anymore. No cruiser as well, but he does have double battleship, so... This is going to be good for Drangheta. It's going to force some either cruiser or sub from Rifia so that this battleship can stay in this area. And he can maintain this pressure, right? He can shoot at these bases. He can shoot at these units as well. Like, he can shoot at this medium tank. He's forced to put it on this tile that has 3 defense terrain. And this one as well. All the others are like in low defense. So Drangheta is feeling the pressure right here. Getting locked down here. Getting the battleship as well. Definitely gonna need a cruiser though by Rifia. Man, this match is a bloodbath. There's just so much going on everywhere. That cap is gonna get interrupted, and wow, somehow they're back at even income. Wow, how did I miss that? So Rifia was able to get this flip and get this flip as well. I'm not sure if there was any other one, but that brought them back to even. But Drangheta is getting this one. And he will most likely get this as well. So, although Rifia might get this, honestly. Unless his Copter can wrap around with a super... Oof. Man, Pipe Runner now nice and set up there. It's going to cover this area. So anything that wants to attack over here is going to get shot down by a pipe burner and a battleship. So Drangheta now has to pull back. He can probably just snipe this infantry to just really slow down capture possibilities. Look at that infantry conga line by Rifia. The 5th base really paying off, honestly. Putting so much pressure in this area. The 2 base just cannot hold. And actually no cruiser being milled by Rifia, so no answer to the battleship. To the sub, sorry. So sub is gonna be happy to just ship around freely in the water and being able to point at the battleship. Will we get a sub shooting at a battleship? Copter actually gets a shot at the battleship, which is very nice. He does get the side slip. Oof, that means he's gonna go down, and he's gonna start that capture. Ooh, but this is problematic. I think Rifia can easily take out this anti-air, and then bomber. Like there's no air defenses whatsoever. So you can take out the anti-air. You can take one of the copters. Oh man, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, like, and power. Like imagine the mega tank takes out the anti-air, then fighter wraps around, takes out the copter, bomber goes and takes out the neo tank, then like this heals up, takes out the other copter, this attack, like this is all gonna die, I think. And then you can also interrupt this capture. So maybe Drangheta not doing the best of the turns over here, getting a little bit too greedy. I think all is gonna die next turn. He's a little bit happy that he can push out a little bit now over here. He wants to get these properties back. He's getting a little of that income lead because he flipped, what was it? Some property, I don't remember which one it was. There's too many, but that is going to be back to you because of this city flip in the middle. So Rivia's going to use the Sidewinder. Okay. Uses it so he can get there. He's actually doing exactly what he said. He's going to attack there, he's going to attack that anti-air. I think he could have done it with a side slip, honestly. But it's okay. I was thinking of going back to review, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna see a cruiser now. Pipe runner just chilling. But yeah, cruiser's gonna be nice. It's gonna try to protect these battleships. Got a single copter. The sub is also very threatening, but the copter is also very annoying, right? You don't want to allow a copter to just get free shots on your battleships. There's too much value on such an expensive and slow moving unit. So we're seeing the whole naval unit triangle, guys. When was the last time that you saw that? Well, it being a meme or a casual game. You got the battleship to deter from land units. You got the sub to counter the battleships, and now you got the cruiser to defend from the sub. And now we finally have a battleship also from Drangheta, which should be like the counter to the cruiser, but it really isn't. Honestly, air is probably a good counter to cruiser, like a bomber or 2 copters take out a cruiser. Yeah, naval is kind of weird like that. People always wonder why is naval like not viable? Like it's because it's so expensive and the mechanics are just so bad. But in a map like this, it can work very nicely, honestly. Like if there's a mode where it can work is high funds, because the over expensiveness of the naval units become less daunting, and you can have stuff like these setups, right? You can have open water where you can use a battleship to kind of win battles, or it's mostly as defensive purposes, like right here, like defending an attack. Or then if you own the water, you can go and pose a threat, so then you contest the water with a sub to try to deter the battleship, like we've seen. Man, what a well-made map. Props to the mapper here. Very, very cool map. And I think this match is just such a good showcase. Just a massive onslaught, brawl everywhere, just, man, death all around. And finally Rifia getting somewhat of an income lead, getting these 2 cities. I think this probably should flip eventually, so they're gonna be back to even. Man, it's been back and forth. Who do you guys think is winning? Like, who would you want to be playing as right now? We have a little bit of a stall moment. Like last time there wasn't a whole lot of attacks, and we're seeing a lot of unit build up. Joining there, we're getting set up over here. Drangheta trying to point at that city. Perhaps this one with a side slip. Got the double battleship to defend. Cruiser against the sub that also wants to take out the battleship. Got the copter as well. Got the fighter protecting from the copter. It's just, man, This is like 3D mixed base madness. So cool. But it's funny that Rifia always, that's been the name of the game, Rifia having control of the water. This sub is the only moment for Drangheta that has contested the water somewhat. But Rifia still having both cities, which is nice. But the sub shooing away the battleships from the pressure on Drangheta's bases. Gonna drop off the infantry over here, so in range over here, defending this city from this guy. You got this trying to capture, you got this that sides up away from this city, you got these guys in range to protect. I don't think you can take out this mega tank, honestly. Or this fighter, maybe a sidewinder, I don't know. Okay, he's gonna charge in, copter, Neo tank. You see? You can't have to sacrifice a Neo tank to deal with a mega tank. But I think he's trying to get some charge. He's gonna get a nice shot there. He's so close. Its size is so expensive right now, 54k. I think it's maxed out. Yeah, it's double the price. Unless it's triple the price at max? I don't remember. But it is 54. It's double the original cost. No, wait. No more. The original is 18k. Is this? I'm not sure. You guys can do the math for me. But I think this might be the maxed out, like 50, yeah, that is maxed out. 54k for a side zip, that is crazy. He got enough charge after all these engagements. He gets the power to attack there. He's gonna be able to take out this bomber, get a first strike there. Perhaps Drangheta not positioning, thinking that Rifia could get a side zip. Maybe he was like, oh, he's not gonna get the charge, it's too expensive, or he has to sacrifice too much. And we'll see if he sacrificed too much or not. The crews are just gonna casually sit right next to the sub. And he's gonna put the black boat there, nice, to block off the sub from hitting that battleship from a sidewinder. Piper just chilling, very well defended by these pipes. And this might be the last fight, honestly. We're down to day 29, guys. So, big brawl here that when the dust settles, whoever's on top is going to win. They're both dead even on city, so whoever flips a city and is going to be able to hold city or that city difference is going to be the winner, most likely, since the tie break is property count by day limit, which is day 35. He's going to clean up all this. And well, he can start this, but he got the pipe burner. So we'll see if Drangheta can start some captures. He should be able to start this capture, I believe. So he's gonna take out that tank. And he's gonna take out the black boat. He's gonna take out, okay. It doesn't die. Almost, but brings the already there. Gonna neutralize the Neo tank. Take out the bomber. There's still quite a few infantry, so he does get the city. So I guess, oh, they're still even then. He's gonna try to go for these two captures and start this other capture. He can also start this capture. So that's a lot of captures going for Drangheta, honestly. We'll see if Rifia can interrupt them. He makes another black boat. Perhaps with the plans of going over here. But he's gonna start that capture and block off. And now it's Rivia's turn. And I am sorry to say that this is actually the end of the game. Because Rifia actually booted, but I read their conversation. It was very funny. These guys talked so much during their match. Like, I've never seen players chat so much on a game. They kind of became best friends almost. How much they were talking. Very, very cool though. Very cool to see, honestly. People being nice in chat. But yeah, and pretty much Rifia said that he couldn't see a way of interrupting all the captures and then flipping it back before day limit. Like, this is day 29. There's a bit too much. I think he could interrupt this, and then he can interrupt both of these. Piper shoots at this, Battleship shoots at this, but there's a bit too much army here from Drangheta. Like, if you look around, what is left for Rifia? He would have to, well, he can't delete this because he has to interrupt the capture. He has to start making a mega tank here and here. There's just a bit too much army from Drangheta, so he will be able to wipe out anything that interrupts, I believe, and then still secure at least one capture. Over here, I believe there would be a way for you to take out this and then interrupt this capture, and then interrupt this capture over here. But there maybe the copter gets there just a little bit too much, and maybe the clapback by Drangheta would be too strong next turn, right? If Rifia sends everything to interrupt, Drangheta is gonna wipe him out and still gonna get the property lead in the next like turn or two. And he didn't feel like he was gonna be able to flip it around by day limit. So yeah, that is it. So close replay, yeah. GG. Wow, what a game. That was a very long game. That was a long video. Man, I'm not sure if there's anything more left to say, but great game. Let me know what you guys think. This map was amazing, honestly. There's been not a lot of matches, honestly, that I've seen from Division 1 that lasted this long. As I was saying in the beginning, most of them kind of ended kind of quickly. The reasons might vary, but yeah, just excited to see what that goes this long and so even, just neck to neck. Yeah, just amazing. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.